Ladies and gentlemen, once again it is, for the 670th time, the Mason and Friends Show, featuring that dude called the Trucker.
Welcome to the Mine St. Peterbilt.
As well as that dude called Trey.
One time for your mind, two time for your soul.
Me, I'm that dude called Mason. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show.
What in the hell is this? It sounds like...
It's like Fantasia or something.
Nope, it is. I think it's a Disney movie. But,
Yeah, I'm waiting for two little robins to come around your fucking head
nope,
and kiss.
it's a live action, so it's got real people in it. It's not a cartoon. It's a movie that was also a cartoon. Sort of. It's, fuck it, Hook. It's Hook. I don't feel like playing the game.
It's not necessarily...
You weren't getting me anyway.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily a Disney movie, but that was a really good movie for what it was.
It was a very well done movie for what it was.
Yeah, rest
Shout
in
out
peace
to Robin Williams.
Woo!
Yeah. Robin Williams, man.
Wasn't that the one where the alligator had the clock in its stomach?
Yes, and at the end, the alligator fell over and landed on Hook, and he disappeared, and then you heard a burp, like the alligator had swallowed him and burped,
But
even though the alligator was dead.
See, I was always trying to figure out what time frame Peter Pan was set in. Was that like in the 50s? Was it like...
Well, the Hook movie...
Who knows?
I think it was set in the 90s.
It was set in modern time, but
I think...
wherever the land that he wound up in...
I think the land of original Peter Pan is like maybe 30s, 40s.
Because, I mean, the dude's on a wooden ship, man.
Well, he's a pirate, so but he's a pirate on a wooden ship.
So I'm like,
course,
it's like a galleon. So I'm like, all right, so we in this 1800s, 1700s.
Well, but the pirate comes from that era. But I think that the children, it's almost like the pirates got stuck in Never Never. Here I am. I'm gonna theorize what's actually happening in the Peter Pan realm. Okay, the pirates somehow got stuck in Never Never Land.
Bermuda Triangle.
Right. There you go. They got pulled through the Bermuda Triangle circa 1677 or some shit. You know, they're out there with One-Eyed Willie and the Armada and shit. Next thing you know, they're in fucking Never Never Land, right? But Never Never Land, they be going out there and just snagging up some new children, right? Every however long when they need some new kids, you know, because Toodles left, right, lost his marbles, you know what I mean? So, like, they need to bring them around and get some fresh meat into the mix. So that's when Tinkerbell goes out with her fresh bag of powder. She angel dusts these little bitches, brings kids in all wigging out, losing their shit, and then they come in and they're like, oh, this is great, man. I got a fucking sleeping bag on the side of a tree.
And you get to fly.
And you get to fly.
This sounds like an episode of Nightline.
I think it sounds wonderful. Like, this is what
That sounds like Michael Jackson's bachelor party.
Right, that's what Michael Jackson was telling the kids to get them to come over.
We can go fly.
We're gonna go fly. Don't be ignorant. Yay.
You'll be talking to Barbara Walters in about 5 years.
What were the drugs he was on? It was like some heavy
Fentanyl,
duty shit.
man. They'd fentanyl him to sleep.
No, it was something for like the anesthesiologist used. It was like a real heavy dose shit. It wasn't like fentanyl.
Propofol.
There you go. Yeah.
There it is.
Because they were giving him the stuff to wake him up and then giving him the stuff to put him to sleep.
Yeah.
On like a daily fucking basis. Like, dude, you need to like decompress, Michael, something.
Yeah, he was just doped all the time.
But think about
Joe's not coming after you.
all that. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my God, don't be ignorant.
Dude, watching that dude's plastic surgery was rough, man. Over the
You were
years.
born a poor black kid and died a rich white woman.
That's just what happened.
Yeah.
And it's a shame too, because like, I think Michael Jackson was like a pretty decent looking dude.
Yeah.
Like, who wouldn't want to look like Michael Jackson looked before he did all that stuff to himself?
Well, it's called After the Fire.
So is that when it all started? Was he like trying to fix something that got fucked up from the fire?
Who knows what had happened?
It seemed to me though that he was
When
like,
you got that kind of money.
but it seems to me he was going in that direction before the fire.
Yeah,
Like,
because he had the Jerry curl.
Because he had all that Jerry curl, like with
That's why he got the
He had
fire.
oil in his hair, right? And that's why he went up like a damn matchstick.
You're damn right. That's
And
exactly
it didn't happen to that dude from Metallica. He's all right.
Yeah.
He just cut his hair off and kept going.
Yeah, it's called Aquanet for that.
Well, that should go up like
So you're saying he had
crazy, too.
better hair product, and that's why he didn't?
Who the hell knows? I mean, there was what heavy metal act did not have long hair in the 80s and into the
fire.
early 90s?
And
for
fire.
sure.
And fire.
Yeah, they were all
Exactly.
running through sparks that they should have been running through.
Exactly.
Like, how do they
And
not
those
burn
guys
their
still
eyes?
have money.
Yeah, they do. Because they were from the era of when you actually sold records and got real money for the selling of records.
I mean, yeah, the music.
That's why you still see Poison out here touring.
Damn right.
Ugh.
These dudes
Poison's
got to
still
make it.
eating off of Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Yeah, but there's still people that'll pay to come see Poison play.
Yeah, it's called women in their 50s that
Yeah.
fucked them back in the 80s.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's right.
And they're now bringing their daughters and granddaughters to see that.
See, and that's the kind of movie that Imperfect Pornographic Productions could make, where we have a mother and daughter having a threesome with an ancient rocker.
Oh,
Think about it, man. I don't need any overhead in that, just cameras.
Axl Rose.
Got cameras.
Axl Rose.
Dude, Axl is not pretty enough to be in a porno these
I know.
days.
That's
know.
why it would be
He
even
is
more sad.
fucking wreck. That's right, though. You're right. That would sell. That would
It's
sell.
called the
sad.
90s did him wrong.
Very wrong. The 90s did not work out for Axl
He
Rose.
used to be jacked. Oh no, wait, I'm thinking of Carrot Top. That dude got
Carrot
jacked.
Top did used to be jacked.
Dude, he was jacked, dude. I mean, he had cum gutters. like
But
that.
he had the worst movie ever made. I
What was that?
think it was something about he was like a son of an heir or something. I can't remember. It's been years.
Because like I
They
was
showed it on Showtime once, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I was thinking the other day about a wonderful movie called Freddy Got Fingered.
That's a classic.
Oh,
It
God,
totally
that was
holds the test of
terrible.
time.
Classic.
Terrible.
No,
Terrible
man.
movie, but classic, amazing movie.
That movie
Like,
is
Didn't
great
that
if you watch it
movie
again.
somewhat ruin Tom Green's career?
Yes.
No, Tom Green did that.
Tom Green ruined his career for him. I
Yeah.
don't think that movie did or didn't do it, but like,
Yeah.
Because I remember the advertisements in the theater in Warrington when we did have one didn't show that movie for obvious reasons. I mean,
me and my boys went and saw that shit, and I remember I didn't laugh at much of it, but I was like jaw dropped throughout most of it.
If you watch it now,
I'm sure I would laugh
it
my
makes
ass
sense.
off now.
Look at the father side, though. You'll look at it from the father's view, like, oh, this little fucking retard.
That's what's great about it. The father character is amazing.
Rip torn.
Like the whole thing, when at the end he has an elephant's penis and he jerks it off and it comes all over his dad, I think it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking absurdity. But I remembered the way he's holding the elephant dick. like it's a fucking like a fire hose.
Flamethrower, dude.
And and I've been laughing about Freddy Got Fingered, just little bits that have been bubbling up in my memory. I've been laughing at this stuff for weeks now. I need to watch the movie. Shout out Tom Green.
Dude, watch it again, because when he's in the psychiatrist's office and it all starts, like, that is like one of the best scenes. Because he's like, oh yeah, he fingers him. Like, you could tell he just came up with it. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, the dad's being totally reasonable and everyone's just like against him. Like, ah, he's making a big deal.
and the critics tore that up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like that's a very.
It made like
it's a niche
it made
movie.
several lists for like worst movies ever made. It's like damn near second to Mac and Me.
No, the Chocolate Bunny was apparently voted the worst one. I don't know.
Never saw that.
Don't know that one.
It's got that chick
And
from
speaking
Kids.
of Chocolate Bunny, a couple of weeks ago, I was in McKay's used books out of Manassas. Bought a couple of movies out that way. Answer me this: why would a place like that have the movie Watership Down in the children's DVD department?
Because they saw a cartoon and never read the book or saw it.
Like, so you really want to warp kids' minds right then and there?
Oh hell yeah, dude! That's the whole point of the world these days, man. We're warping our children. We got to make them all
Like,
crazy.
if you've ever seen the movie Watership Down, you know what it's about.
I'm about to look it up right now because I don't know.
I think they have a series coming out on Netflix.
Something another.
It's like CGI.
It's like,
You're talking the John Hurt movie from '78.
yeah, that one.
Yeah, the cartoon one, right?
It is like.
Oh my God, yeah, this
It
looks
is-
really traumatizing.
It is like disturbing.
All the world will be your enemy, prince with 1,000 enemies, and when they catch you, they will kill you. But first, they must catch you.
Dude,
Jesus.
My daughter's on these like warrior cat books where they've anthropomorphized this whole thing of cats.
Hoping to escape destruction by human developers and save their community, a colony of rabbits led by Hazel and Fiver seek out a safe place to set up a new warren. Jesus, this looks depressing.
And you want to show this to kids?
I really don't. I really don't want to show this to kids.
I feel bad
show
for
it to
even
my kids.
watching Child's Play as a kid.
But you know what? Maybe we do need to show this to kids. Because it's fucked up, and kids need to know
The world's fucked up.
life's fucked up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like right there on like list of traumatizing scenes from kids' movies.
You mean when Optimus Prime died?
No,
Or-
no,
or
no,
When
we- like,
Duke from G.I. Joe died.
When the
Those are kind of traumatizing.
No,
Yeah.
when the horse died.
Oh, a never-ending story.
Never-ending story.
Dude,
and,
I went 3 hours of that on loop.
you know what's fucked up about that? That horse really died. Like literally, that horse actually died in that filming of that scene.
Yeah, in
Was
the
that on
swamp of
purpose?
sadness.
I don't know. I don't know if it was done on purpose. I can't imagine it was, but it's traumatizing.
I mean, it was
because
the
the
80s.
horse literally is dying. He drowned in that.
Wow.
They couldn't pull the horse out. Like the horse literally drowned in reality. Like,
Well, that explains the terror.
yeah, that's why the kid's so upset. Like, I mean,
you got to get those tears one way or the
dude,
other.
like that's unacceptable. Like that's
Nowadays, that's Oscar bait.
Oh, dude, yeah. You're red carpeted after that. I'm still trying to figure out the Revan. How did that ever get huge? It's just him getting
The
fucked up.
Revenant?
Yeah, he's getting fucked up by a grizzly bear. It's like, okay.
Dude, what's great
who
about it is
knows?
the methodology of filming. Like, there are sequences that are like multiple minutes long where the camera's spanning and it's moving and there's people fighting and arrows and Indians and horses and fucking, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it is filmed
But for
by
that
a
particular
master.
movie, why it got big, Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's got to be it. Although, what's his nuts is in it too. Tom Hardy's in it, and Tom Hardy
right.
kills the game in that as well. Like, Tom Hardy is a absolute.
He's a
fucking-
madman.
For
A
years,
madman. A
but for
madman.
years he had gotten snubbed for the Oscar, and he finally got it.
What did Tom Hardy get an Oscar for?
No. Well, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, well, Tom Hardy deserves one.
He deserves one.
Yeah.
He's the one getting snubbed now.
Whatever happened to the Weeknd? Because like he was like for the Grammys, I think maybe a year or two ago, and he was like, I'm not
Who
getting.
knows
Yeah.
what happened?
But I'm just saying it's odd when you
Because
see
I think
celebrities
I
disappear.
had discussed like award snubs once before in the congregation. I did that with Lil Nas X.
Yeah, we were talking to Lil Nas
How
X
did he
didn't
get
get into
big?
BET Awards.
How did he get big?
It's called He
What's
Got
his name?
Rejected.
No, there was a Achy Breaky Heart dude. Got
Billy
on
Ray
his song.
Cyrus did a
Was that
version
his
of his
first?
song with
Well,
him.
Because his
Start like
first song was like that Country Road song, right?
Old
And-
Town Road
Old
was
Town
the-
Road. And it wasn't getting radio play.
At all.
Because he's gay, I guess? Maybe because he's
No, this
black?
is
I
this
don't
was
know.
before he came out. It wasn't getting any radio.
Oh, really?
play.
I didn't know that
And
he was
then
ever
it was
closeted.
actually it was actually sent to country stations first. Country
I know
stations
that Billy
wouldn't
Ray
play
got a hold of it
but then Billy Ray
and was
Cyrus
like,
got
"This
a
is
hold of
fucking
it
dope."
and got on a remix,
he did
and
a
it became
feature.
huge.
He did a remix feature with it, and that's
That's
what popped
what
That's
him.
the one that's the
over.
one that got popular was the
That's
remix.
what took over,
Yeah.
and then
And then he started flipping the script. So he came out
June,
gay at that point? Okay.
and then the awards were still coming in, but for his last project, it didn't happen.
Well, but he did some like
He did
some cliche gay shit in some of the video. Like the video where he was like riding the pole like a pole dancer down to hell,
Yeah,
and then he was
you're
dancing with Satan
around
and shit.
with guys in a locker room. I'm like, no.
And then he was selling
No,
his
just no.
shoes with
Well,
his
you know,
blood in
Trey,
it and shit.
it's like that's the sort of stuff that's like acceptable for like a hetero artist, but I still don't particularly care for. Like when Mystical makes a video, you know what I mean? And he's got
Yeah,
a bunch
I
of
can't understand
bitches.
a word he says
Like,
in
but
it.
I'm saying, like if you take a Mystical video from like 2002, it's not an amazing thing. But
It
if you,
isn't, and it wasn't then either.
right, but if you had a gay guy make it, and the gay guy wants to have the dudes that he likes to bang in the video, and so it's him rapping, there's some dudes dancing around. Like, I really don't want to see that. I'd rather watch the Mystical video because I like women, not men. But like artistically speaking,
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Like I don't
I
care.
get where you're coming from,
You know what I
but
mean?
there was really no need to get upset at BET because you didn't get nominated.
Well, I fully expected that he wouldn't get nominated for that sort of stuff. Like, if you make that video, I wouldn't expect BET to have anything to do with
BET
it.
doesn't even play videos anyway.
Yeah, they gave up on that like MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they even do late night anymore?
No.
Really?
BET
That's so
Uncut is
whack.
gone too.
That's so whack.
It's all just a matter of time. Although I've been to that salamander farm, man, delivering feed and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I've been up there a number of times.
That place is bananas.
It's kind of nice, and it's kind of like,
It's kitschy as shit.
it's so cheap.
It's kitschy.
Like, I was up there working, walking around, doing a couple of things. Like, I worked in Middleburg for a while, so like when it first came up, I was up there, and it's very close to like the western towns that you see in the old movies, where like if you go and pan the camera around behind, it's just like a stick holding up a facade that looks
Yeah.
like something. Like I remember looking,
Manufactured
but I
rustic.
remember looking at like the support beams or something, and it just felt like it was going to fall over. And I'm like, this seems way cheaper
Yeah, it's
than
just
it
like
should be.
bad B movie.
Well, it's like budget 4-star, right?
Right. Yeah. But it's supposed to be rustic because it's like it's
Right,
basically
but that's what lets you get away with it. Like, we're gonna make it rustic, which really means we're just gonna do it on the cheap, and then we're gonna provide decent quality stuff.
Right.
But it's like, you don't want to eat the food at the level that it's at in a place that's not at a level that the food is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when you go to the Inn of Little Washington, it's like a full thing that they're creating for you. It's not great or worth it, but it's like a full encompassing thing.
Yeah, you're paying for the service.
Right.
You
And
know.
I don't feel that you're getting that there. It's like a regular restaurant that looks a little bit nicer and costs a whole lot more money.
Sounds like a damn cruise almost.
That's how it feels to me.
Then again, there's another business idea: the Mason and Friends Show cruise.
We got to get large, and then we could do a cruise once a year.
Oh, they just
You know
sold the
what I'm
USS Kitty Hawk, man. We could have got that for $1 million. I bullshit you
If we had
not.
one that's $270 tonight.
Then again, like I think,
It's already sold, but dude, they were
the
selling it
next
for
one,
$1
dude.
million.
but it would
next
have
one.
to be like a kid-free cruise. I think there's a cruise company that does that.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
There's a
Oh,
cruise
yeah,
company
they
that
have
does that now.
No children allowed. Like, we go
Yeah.
do one where it's, if you're there, you're old enough to hook up with. That's
they
how
got-
it's all it
We're
is.
checking IDs when you get on board.
Right.
Yeah, but people to go to
That's
those
like if I
singles only
was to-
cruises, you don't want to see most of that,
Yeah.
especially on the nudity deck. You know what?
Damn it! There goes my cruise idea.
Trust me, man. That's
God
like,
damn it.
No. We would get our own boat and do it like our own style. We would get the hunt for Red October. You know what I mean? We would get the Red
We had to
October.
get like one of the old carnival boats from.
I'm telling you, it was an aircraft carrier. It was a USS Kitty Hawk. It was diesel powered. They just sold it for $1 million.
That's gangster, man. Can you imagine how much money it would cost in diesel just to go drive that bitch around
I
for a
figured
little
it
while?
out. I figured it out.
It's a lot.
It was like $20,000 a day.
Well, if it's $20,000 a day, we're doing a week-long cruise. That's $100,000 we need automatically. There's no way we can pull that off with the current listenership.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends to listen. One of these
better
days,
yet-
we're going on a
Or
cruise.
better yet, the Mason and Friends Show Festival.
Well, I think that's if we get the thing going with the camper.
We could
get
probably
the
do a
special camper going. Couple of
pontoon boat
years.
party.
Couple of years, we'll get a festival going.
Oh, that'll be like. Oh, we'll have to do it like Lake Anna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in a pontoon boat
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
You can
Just
do
Don't
that.
don't do it at Lake Lanier in Georgia because I've heard bad things about that place.
Okay. All right.
Georgia's a shithole except
We'll
for
move
Savannah.
around, man. We'll hit up Powell out in Utah. You know what I mean? We'll hit up places like every few months. We'll follow the warmth. You know what I mean? We'll go where it's
Or
warm.
God forbid, like the Trey X tour. He's finding out like who's way too cliche.
See, that's what I want to see. That's the show. We have you go to different gay places and tell people what's too gay. You're like, that's too gay. Y'all shouldn't have it
You
like
need
Tone
that.
it down
tone
a
it
little
back
bit.
a little
Yes, to tone it back with Trey show.
Yeah.
Like, can we lighten up on the gay?
bit. Like, just tone it back, man. Like, you're way out there, bro. Way out there.
just
You
need you
really
to-
don't need.
Just tune it back a little.
Like going to a place called Daddy's.
We're gonna take it from an 11 to an 8.
That actually
what I
was
mean?
my gay bar idea.
Daddy's?
The leather daddies.
I was gonna do that in Warrington too. I was gonna do that in Warrington.
Leather daddies.
Yeah, mine was going to be the loaded musket. And it was gonna
Because I figure like
everyone's got to wear the era clothes too.
or bring the Blue Oyster to Warrington.
I think
I'll
having
create it right there.
I think having a real blue oyster would be a lot of fun too.
Because I could do that like right there on Main Street.
I'm talking like ripped, super good looking gay dude bartender, no shirt, but the fucking wool slacks and shit.
I
Nah,
think they
that's
did
gross,
that once.
bro.
Nah, you have to have
Slacks.
a shirt on.
You gotta have a shirt on? Well, as
Virginia.
scantily clad as possible, right, guys?
Maybe, what's that, fishnet? I get him some fishnet.
yeah,
Oil
yeah, a
'em up.
fishnet top.
Yep, and I'd oil them up real good.
What, bro? I'm wearing a shirt. It's a fishnet
Got a
top.
little collar, like
I
the
got a
priest collar.
fishnet beater on.
Yeah, just a fish
Beater
collar.
name out of a fishnet.
So it sounds to me like you went to the Pride Festival in D.C. a few years ago.
I mean, that's what I was just trying to do to make some money. You guys got disposable income.
Hey, $20 is $20.
That's it. Little boy Blue, he needed the money.
Yep. Have drinks called like the drummer boy.
You
and shit
get
like
extra
that.
if you swallow.
Yeah, dude, that would definitely be risky
I'll
to
tell
run a gay bar in Warrenton and have it actually make money.
But then again, it's like not too far away from several churches, so it wouldn't work.
Yeah, there's that crazy guy still there with the Bible.
Yeah,
Who
Shaky.
knows? I haven't seen him
Yeah.
around.
I haven't seen Shaky in years.
I don't hang around Warrington. anymore. I'm usually around like Manassas or Fairfax or Centerville.
I just remember.
But you don't really drink that much, so you're probably not
don't drink at
at
all.
the bars too.
I don't drink at all, man.
Well, okay, pardon.
Well, there
you
you
don't
go.
drink at all, so you're probably not at the bars very often. You
So
might go on a date on occasion or something to somewhere with alcohol, but
I wonder if they got restaurants.
you're not showing up. You're not showing up on like, oh, this is that band I like night at thus and such bar, and I'm gonna hang out here for 3 hours.
I don't even know what bands are even around.
Was that
anymore.
Murphy's? Is that the one, the Irish place, Murphy's?
No,
You mean
Molly's.
bands?
Molly's.
Yeah.
I used to go there almost every damn weekend.
Yeah. Back when I bartended in Old Town, I used to hit up Molly's at least once a week.
I'd hit you first, then go down there.
Yeah, we were the pregame for everybody. People would come over to the Black Bear and get like fucking pizzas and beers, and then they'd go to Molly's
But
afterwards.
worse than that,
get
I mean,
wasted.
The way I was
wrecked.
dressing back then was just
Trey, you were a
outrageous.
trip dog.
It was just outrageous.
You were fucking
I
outrageous.
still have some of that in the closet.
You would roll up with like big ass dookie rope chains on and everything, and I'd be like, yo, what up, Trey? I was like, this dude is
I'm actually
cool,
going
man.
to I'm actually going to an 80s party next month.
Okay.
So I might break those out of retirement for that one night.
Yeah, that's very 80s. Like those and like an Adidas jumpsuit would just be
It would
fire.
it's in August.
Yeah.
But it would be a little too hot.
Some
for
shell
that, but,
tops, shell top
yeah.
it
shoes.
would be a little too hot for
Yeah,
me to
that's-
really do all of that.
That's a little hot. Like, because is there a 80s style hip hop with a rope chain that is short
They
shirt,
got
shorts,
They got
pants,
shorts and like a t-shirt.
But like, I cannot really recall anybody
It was
you
like those-
really have to look.
It was like
rocking
those-
that style,
It
yeah.
was like that cloth red, like running shorts. It was like that were the shorts.
yeah, maybe like some mesh shorts.
to my knowledge,
But I can't recall ever seeing anybody like in like a staged photo or
Nope.
anything. Even like performing on stage, like the Beastie Boys would still not be wearing an outfit in like '86 performing on stage that would be comfortable enough to wear on an August Virginia
Yeah.
evening to go to a concert or to go to a costume party.
I mean, it's not necessarily a costume party, but it's like, okay, it's an 80s theme. I'm like, all right, I'll
If
pull
it's
this
80s
off.
theme, you got to do something.
I have to do something because
Yeah.
this is for a person's birthday. So
A Kango and a rope chain
Yeah.
would be good enough.
You could do that.
And just that T-shirt even. And some shorts.
I have several others. I can at least find another shirt on like
you got
Amazon.
options. You got options.
Or I'll bite the bullet and go to Hot Topic. I'll be the oldest person shopping there.
That's not creepy. What are you doing in this teenager store?
He's like, I'm old enough to be
Getting
your
in
father.
and getting out.
Somebody actually would ask me, I was like, are you sure you want to shop here? I'm like, look, kid, how old are you?
Really? Somebody like ageist you?
Yeah, I was like, how old are you? I'm 17. I'm old enough to be your dad.
Exactly.
Why don't you tell me where I should and shouldn't be shopping for things?
I didn't know.
Yes, I'm not
But wait a
looking-
minute. What were you buying?
I was just looking around. I was in Spencer's.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Dude, but Spencer's has so much to look at. Like, how could you not? Like, I haven't been in a mall in a long time. I
Neither.
haven't seen a Spencer's
Yeah.
in a long time. But if I was walking
They
by and
still
saw
exist.
one, I would walk in just
Yeah.
to see what's there.
What's new?
And this was like
What has
4th of
changed the
July.
Spencer
This was-
lineup?
This was like 4th of July weekend. This
was
year.
recent.
This the 4th of July weekend. I was in Winchester.
I wonder if they still got them Led Zeppelin posters.
Like, what is
the
this?
cloth
Like,
ones.
well, you know they've got the ones for black lights.
Yep.
You know they
They
got all
still
kinds
have
of that
those.
shit.
They still have that.
They're probably got a rack of posters that you can look at. There's just the hotties, the hot chick posters have changed.
Yep.
It's not Jane McCarthy. It's fucking
it
Selena
is
Gomez
now.
or whoever the fuck.
Whoever it is, I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like whoever these chicks are into these.
I'm not
these
current
dudes are into.
affairs on that one.
Yeah, I'm not up on who the youngest hottie is that would be on a poster.
Hey, but did you enjoy your Emma Watson leaked nudie pictures?
My man.
Those are some nice titties. that
Hey,
she
those are
got.
pretty nice titties, man.
She got it leaked too.
She looking good, man.
Oh no, she was wide open. She was at a nude beach. Just,
Yeah, she was at a nude beach, looking good. Like, you know, breasts enough. Like,
Just
probably some
right.
nice C cups on a nice slender frame.
I'd say about B.
Yeah, B to C's.
Somewhere around.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
enough to keep you happy.
That's plenty, man. She looks great to me.
And she had the good nipple to areola ratio. And it wasn't that weird. It blends all in.
See,
you
that's,
can't
that
tell
that
where
can ruin
starts.
it. Like a really weird looking nipple can like totally
all
just
off.
throw things all off.
Or if the areola's all fucked up
Yeah.
on it. Like, nope.
Yeah. If they like cover most, like if it's
Oh,
like a
yeah.
snow-covered mountain and it's just all areola all
If
over
it's
the
like,
titty.
if it looks like
Even
bologna.
if like y'all can go after, like you can go after Emma Watson.
Oh, I will
go
if I
looking-
see her.
If I go looking for a celebrity, knowing my luck, and it's usually pretty bad. I was like, yeah, you got a celebrity blind date. I walk in and it's fucking Leslie Jordan.
Andy Dick.
It could be worse.
Yeah, what's worst case scenario? Leslie Jordan. We need to set up like a
Oh, we should do a chart.
chart,
What's
a
worse?
bracket. We need a bracket.
Yeah.
What's
Where we say
worse?
who's worse, this one or this one, this one or this one.
All right.
Like, what do you think, Trey? You want to?
And we can have little pictures and
'Cause
magnets,
speaking-
slap it up there.
We could have a bunch of 2 gay
Speaking
for
of the,
Treys, like
wait a
characters.
minute.
Who's 2 gay for Trey?
Speaking of that, unfortunately, Leslie Jordan falls into that category because
That's a woman, though, right?
No. That's the. You're thinking Leslie Jones.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
If you remember, Will and Grace, Leslie Jordan was Beverly Leslie.
You mean the little?
He was like the little guy with the business partner.
He was the other gay guy. Okay.
but was not
He
necessarily out.
wasn't Will. He was the other guy that was like way more flamboyant.
Jack is like way too much. And I never liked that character. I grew up on Will and Grace. Yeah, I used to watch back in the day.
That's
I watched
cool.
the reboot too.
That's cool, man.
Whatever gets you going.
And then there was back in the
I'd bang Deborah Messing,
90s. I mean,
even though she's nutty.
there was a lot of television shows that I found, rediscovered now that I grew up watching.
I think a lot of them were a lot better in the 90s than what we get now.
Yeah.
In the heat of the night, you could catch that every so often.
Yeah, you can catch that in
was
the afternoons.
hilarious.
The movie's better. Movie's amazing.
That was a fun one.
The other day, I found the first season of Murphy Brown, and I watched every episode. I was like,
I don't know if I could do that.
I mean, the humor is a bit dated, but
That's what I was wondering. I was like,
Yeah.
is it going to stick? Married with Children still holds pretty good.
Dude, Married with
does.
Children really does hold up pretty well. And
Yeah.
the greatest thing about Married with Children is you know how it would just cause such an issue.
Oh my
It
god.
would
The
be-
way people freak out about stuff
it
these
would
days.
be a riot in the streets over that,
Absolutely.
especially when Al would always go in on any and every
fat
overweight
women.
woman.
And his No Ma'am Club.
He would always say something about a fat girl.
Yep.
Like,
How dare you say that to my face? I would say it behind your back, but my car's only got half a tank of gas. I don't have to take this. Well, you wouldn't say that if I came with fries and a medium drink.
Yeah. And he would go hard on that.
Oh, that would be immediate to get canceled.
well, they had great writing, man. Like, that was back when TV shows had real writers and they, like, knew characters and they developed them over
And there was
seasons.
no such thing as social media to basically.
Yeah. Everyone's feelings
to
get
ruin
hurt.
everything.
Like All in the Family. Bit dated, still kind of funny.
Yeah, and it wouldn't fly now.
No.
Wouldn't All in the Family would not
Jeffersons
fly.
wouldn't fly.
Yeah,
now.
but the
Jeffersons would not
Jeffersons
fly.
was a spinoff of All in the Family.
Yep.
It is, Sanford and Son wouldn't
However-
fly. Like all these great shows. Like, I
However,
loved Jeffersons.
The
Sanford
Jeffersons.
and Threesomes. There we go. Porno movie funded for the Mason Fund Show. But you gotta do the theme music.
You mean Night Court?
No. Like, well, that would be.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
That's
too.
a more appealing threesome than if we did the Sanford and Son threesome.
Sanford and Threesomes.
But
I mean, that would work.
Also, I'm a little upset with the porn that's going on nowadays. I don't know why I have to like listen to them always talk about it, some family incest shit.
yeah, dude, what is up with that?
Dude, it's like I'm going to watch it. I'm going to have to put it on mute though because I don't want to hear this horrible dialogue because you got great tits.
Hold up. Family incest?
There's a lot of incesty
It's
kind of
just
shit going on out there.
all
where
on
it's
the
like,
internet. Like,
where it's like stepmoms banging their
Yeah.
stepsons and vice versa. And
lot of
whatnot.
What kind of sick world do we live
We
in?
live in a really sick world. Like, there's a lot of people that like make pornos where like the stepsister gets stuck in the laundry machine.
Oh, yeah, that was
and
ridiculous.
the stepbrother comes in and bangs her or some shit. They're like, yeah, I'll help you out of the laundry machine after I stick my dick in you.
Yeah, it's bad. It's some pretty hard LARPing.
Yeah. It's a real problem.
OnlyFans has ruined it for everybody too. Because then everyone thinks they can work for free and not do shit.
OnlyFans is how a lot of people make money.
There is
so.
a lot of folks out there earning some scratch off of that.
I
I mean,
it's a good
there's hope,
supplement.
there's hope for you if you wanted to get on there.
Hey, look, man, if I get paid $1,000 a week to jerk off on camera, bet your ass I'd be jerking off on
I
camera.
already figured that out. I'm gonna be called young boy and dress up like a young kid. You know, because that's what they always do. They got,
my God.
They got like the woman that's like 30 going on 40, dressed up like a fucking cheerleader. I'm gonna dress up like with a stupid flat bill hat and like.
You're gonna have like the hat and like the lollipop, the big fat lollipop.
No,
You're
that's-
basically
not that
going to
flat
dress up
one.
as like
Like a
Beaver. You're
teenage
going to dress
boy.
up as Wally from Leave It to Beaver. And
Well,
bang
sometimes.
chicks.
And they'd be like, oh man, I'm just so horny. And just, you know, I'd have to be
I
like.
think they've
random.
already kind of captured that niche.
Yeah.
I think that going in on Ward and Beaver, like Leave It to Beaver humor in porno would be a good route to go.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
like
like the
Gonzo.
dirtiest thing ever said on
Yeah.
television is, Ward, you went a little hard on the beaver last night.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah, because in the 50s
they're
you would have
gonna
been
do
canceled
shitty
in a
movies,
minute.
right.
If they're going to do shitty ones, let's not act like they're actually like, this is actual. And it's like, okay, that's not actual. Just say it's a fucking movie about whatever, and we can get a good laugh out of this. One of the best movies, I saw the preview of it, was called Helicopter Enema with Daddy. It was the most fucking hilarious. I wanted to watch the fucking whole movie just for the fucking
good.
dialogue.
That's why you gotta have free porno. Because when you do find those, who wants to pay for that? But
Dude,
you might watch it.
Dude, I mean, just for sheer laughing.
People pay for the dumbest things porno-wise.
Yeah.
You couldn't jack
OnlyFans
to
is a
it.
huge example of that.
Yeah, but you couldn't jack to it. I mean, you're just like, what? Like,
OnlyFans is a good example that people would pay for the interaction more than the actual porno. Like,
Right.
they want to
Most
feel
of the time,
like
it's not
they're-
even porno.
Right. They want to feel like they're actually engaged with someone,
I had a friend that was a cam girl.
and that's what she said.
She said, like, a lot of these dudes, man, one dude would, like, pay her to eat cake. Like, or she'd, like, you know, smash her tits in cake or some shit, weird shit like that. And, like, he was a regular client. And, like, most of the time, he just wanted someone to hang out with. It was basically like a prostitute,
Yeah.
but through the keyboard.
Yeah, and that,
And y'all putting pimps out of business.
I mean, for real, the internet is putting pimps out of business.
I mean,
for real.
A hooker was basically a psychiatrist back in the day.
And they still are.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean,
for
I
the
don't
most
know.
part. I mean, because, like, I'm not really talking to a hooker if I get a hooker. I'm like, yeah, what's up? Let me hit it. All right, see you later. Because, like, to me, the whole purpose is to have sex and leave.
Right.
Like,
There was,
Exactly.
speaking of hookers, there was somebody I used to work with. I almost flat out told several people that I used to work with, I was like, we all put our money together, we buy so-and-so a fucking hooker. However, that would be a waste of money because within 2 minutes, he would probably look at her and say, I'm sorry. Think about it.
that's no good, man.
It's like,
It's weird.
Well, what you do
Game is
is,
garbage.
for this character, whoever this individual is, you get him a man and a woman. And you got options. You're like, look, we don't know what you're into. We got everything you could want.
which one are you going for?
There's a man behind door number 1. There's a lady behind door number 2. Just go on down the hallway, do what you want. We don't care.
And there's a duck behind door
They're
number 3.
both getting paid. No. You don't give them an option like that, because that would cause a problem. Like, that's the one you actually got to put a trap door in. And there's a duck behind number 3 if you're in a weird... Okay, you go through number 3. Guess what? There was no duck. You're at the bottom of a fucking pit with spikes in it, you fucking dirtbag.
What, you never read Shogun?
I did read Shogun.
Remember when it was like, maybe he wants a duck?
I don't remember that specifically, but I remember them offering him a little boy.
Yeah, they offered him a little girl.
And he was like,
and he was
what
like, no.
the fuck
Yeah, and he
is
got mad.
wrong with you people?
No, if you offer somebody a little kid, you have to have like Chris Hansen waiting behind that door.
Yeah, but this is like in the 1600s.
Yeah. The Shogun's a book about a guy that goes around the Cape underneath South America trying to make it to Japan.
Yeah, he made it to
And
Japan.
he actually makes it, but by the time he gets there, everybody in his crew is fucking 3/4 of the way dead because they ran out of food and water like weeks ago, and they just happened to pull up on the shore.
And
then
that was the first time that
the Japanese
Japan-
saw anybody.
really, because Portugal was the first one that found them.
The Portuguese were there.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what it
But
was.
what happened was they ended up taking this whole crew and like torturing them and fucking with them. And then this dude was the captain. He ended up sort of getting in good with the guy that was in charge of things. And it's actually an extremely boring, long book that when ninjas finally show up, it's like a paragraph. And then the ninjas came through.
Oh
my
yeah.
God.
Oh dude, yeah. Tom.
I was so
Clavell,
mad.
his
That sounds like a bad kung fu
Dude,
movie.
It was exactly that.
I've read all of those fucking books except the last one. He always ties all of his fucking books up with a fucking paragraph. Like, you're like, what did we just do here?
Yeah, that really
James
pissed me
Clavell.
off. I read this book. That motherfucker was 1.5 inches thick. I get to the end.
Yep.
The fucking ninjas come. They jump over the wall, and then they're gone. And I'm like, what in the fuck have I spent the last 1,200 pages of my life
Yup.
doing? What is
Yup.
going on here?
Yep.
But it was also an interesting book in a lot of ways.
It
But
was sort of like historically based.
sort of, but it also seemed like it probably wasn't that historically factual, that like maybe it was more insulting than it should have been. Like, I have a distorted picture in my brain of Japanese culture pre like 1700 that if
I mean,
you go there
culture in
and
general
they
is
want to
fucked
hook
up.
you up with like someone to have sex with, they're going to give you an option of anyone at any age range or
Yeah, so-
whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's real or not.
So a
but
lot of people,
I don't like that.
A lot of people's dimensions on what you were just saying kind of stems from that one scene in Full Metal Jacket.
But you got to think that the Japanese had never met anyone that looked like anything like all these white motherfuckers showing up. They don't speak the same language. Their culture, their clothes, everything is vastly different.
But that's how it always is when new people
Yeah,
with
and
any
then
type show up anywhere.
They showed up and we showed up there and took it over, and now look at where we are.
Well, Christianity sort of hit Japan, I think, harder than anything else.
That's always the one.
Yeah.
It's just religion.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
always
about to say
wins
Pat
culture
Robertson
wars.
is already pushing Christianity
Well,
and
but that's what that shit was about. A lot of that shit was about the religious people trying to get their
that
hooks
was in the
into
book.
Japan.
And then
And
the shogun
just
didn't
trying
want
to
that.
get their-
He was like, that's how you take away power from me.
That's right. But then if you watched that movie with Adam Driver, where they're the Jesuit priests in Japan, and they get captured, and they're telling them to like step on Jesus' face, like denounce your religion.
yeah,
Have
about
you
to
seen
say that no, because that sounds
I haven't
almost like
seen
a
that.
sounds like a news story of the missions that wound up in the Cannibal Island or something.
Oh yeah, that would way worse. But you know, it was funny. I watched that movie. Spoiler alert. At the end, the one dude standing there, and he's like been not denying. He's been like not denying his faith, right? He's like, no, Jesus is the way. Da da da. You know.
This is the
and they're
one.
like, you got to go out here and step on this Bible, right? And there's a picture of Jesus on the Bible, or whatever it is. It's a picture of Jesus, and like you got to step on that to represent that you're, denouncing your religion. And so in the end, he's standing there, and they're all telling him to denounce his religion, and he doesn't want to. And then he looks down, and the little Jesus is like, "Come on, bro. It's okay. Step on me, dude. It's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. Just step on me, man." It's like he hallucinates Jesus telling him to like go on and do it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Like Jesus absolves him of his shit.
Like buddy Jesus.
Man, and he's like hallucinating it. I'm like, this is amazing right now.
I mean,
Wait a minute.
that's how that mental gymnastics works, though.
that's
Buddy
and that's
Jesus,
exactly
that-
what it is.
Wait a minute. From what was the name of that movie? I've seen like Buddy Jesus and
That was Dogma.
Dogma.
I haven't seen Dogma.
That was a
I
great
haven't
one.
watched
George
it.
Carlin was in it too.
Carlin was in a lot of those.
As
The
a
late
priest.
George Carlin, one of the funniest that ever did it.
George Carlin was in
Yeah.
as the bishop or some shit.
I mean, he's right there on my Mount Rushmore of comedy.
He is.
Carlin holds it.
Carlin's the
solid.
man. And the
His
greatest thing about
hilarious.
him, you can play his stuff where he's talking shit about the government now, and it fits in
And
perfect.
it's in well.
Yeah, it tracks.
He would have
Dead
a
on.
field day with today.
Oh my
if he
God.
were here.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, this is easy picking.
If we could have Patrice O'Neal
Patrice O'Neal,
back,
Carlin.
and Carlin back,
and Bill Hicks.
fuck that. Give me fucking Sam Kinison.
Yeah, so
Oh,
Taking
yeah.
Kinison over Hicks.
Yeah, definitely Kennison.
Just those three guys, man, the world would change. Those guys' perspective on the world right now would be so wonderful.
Is
Somebody
Richard
was-
Pryor still alive or he died?
Richard Pryor's dead.
Damn, Richard's been gone for a while.
He's been gone for.
He was gone
over
even while he was
15
alive
years.
for a while because he was like
Well, yeah, I remember he was all
really
fucked
bad
up.
with the MS for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's like other, like Mitch Hedberg was hilarious.
Hedberg was hysterical.
good.
I remember buddies of mine going to see Hedberg and raving about him. And then I was like a week before he died, he was on the Stern Show, and I was listening to him. I remember being in the shower listening to the Stern Show with Hedberg on there and laughing so hard I couldn't fucking concentrate to take a shower. Like it was just
And then I
uncontrollable.
felt that same way when Robin Harris passed away.
Robin Harris.
He was in House Party. He was in Do the Right Thing.
Was it Kid and Play?
Yeah, he was in the first House Party.
Oh man, that was a horrible
And
movie.
that was, hey, I like that movie. I was a Kid and Play fan back in them days.
Did you like Kid or Play better? Oh, okay, I know Robin Harris. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Because he was very well known for roasting any and everybody in a room.
Well, he's got that look. Like he's got that look in his eye, like
basically-
Bernie Mac has.
That sounds like me in like 10 years from now.
Just ready to go.
And Bernie Mac was hilarious too.
Yes, he was. Cat Williams, man, I don't know what's been going on with him. Like,
I heard he did something good recently.
he
but I
did.
haven't
It was
seen
all right. It was all right. I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I saw was his joke about there was a wing shortage, but we got plenty of thighs.
The Wayans brothers. Whatever happened to those guys?
Yeah, they
I think they're
making
around.
money.
They probably got a lot of money.
They got fuck off money.
Yeah, they got go fuck yourself money.
Can we all like please acknowledge that they tried to make Jamie Foxx the best thing ever for like a period of years? Like he was acting, he was singing, and he wasn't talented at all. But
No. Jamie
everyone
Foxx
acts
has
like
some
he was.
talent. Jamie Foxx has some talent.
He does.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
But he's also not a great singer or a dancer or everything else. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I think he plays piano, which is a talent. He does
Did he
sing,
do
but
that?
I don't call him the greatest of singers.
No.
He does act. He does act pretty good.
Yeah.
He is funny.
Oh,
He's
yeah?
a pretty funny guy.
Yep.
You know, so
I'm just talking about that stretch between like 2008 to like 2012 or something, when they were just trying to put Jamie Foxx in everything.
Well, they're doing that with Kevin Hart.
They always
yeah,
do.
there's always somebody.
There's always somebody that's like the hot black.
Well, it's
actor.
but it's always there's some hot actor that does whatever that type of movie is for a while.
Exactly.
Like Tom Cruise has been doing them forever in the action roles, and then you got like
that's odd.
Leo's in like the more emotionally vulnerable, deeper acting roles. Like
And
he's
he's
been in all the
also-
Scorsese movies and all these
comedy.
things.
He's done comedy.
He's done a
too.
few, but like
Yeah.
Not many.
He's done a lot of like pretty
Like
heavy
if
roles.
you want something like mobster-esque, you have to call it like De Niro or Pesci.
Well, you did. You can't
did.
now.
No.
Yeah,
Now it's
nowadays,
starting to go
'cause-
to those guys. Like
Yeah.
De Niro. It's
Like,
going.
De Niro's too old.
It's going to DiCaprio. It's going to Hardy.
Yep. Yeah, Hardy's a good one.
Tom Hardy's in so much
If you
stuff.
want like any strong black woman, you'd have to call Viola Davis or
I think Taraji could do it too.
Taraji P. Henson can definitely do that.
But yeah, it's limited. It's always limited. And those folks have like 5, 10, 15,
Just
20
think
year
about
runs.
this, like years ago, Eddie Murphy was in everything. Then it was
That's
Martin
right.
Lawrence. Then it was Chris Rock.
Right.
Then it was
Kevin Hart.
now it's Kevin
And
Hart.
The Rock.
And eventually
I was
it'll
about to
be
say Dwayne The Rock
yeah,
Johnson.
Right.
Of course, The Rock, and
Don't
eventually
forget John Cena.
Eventually, DC
Right.
Young Fly will be in damn near everything soon.
Will he? Really?
Probably,
Because like I
probably.
think of him as like a rap artist, kind of, but not
He's
an
a comedian,
actor.
too, if
So
you've
he's
ever-
really.
If you've ever seen the 85 South show, if you're lucky enough to see it, he's pretty hilarious in that.
I mean, I'm just saying, everyone should just specialize. You got one thing, just be good at that one thing.
Yeah.
Let's not try to market it to everything.
I don't necessarily disagree with that, but it's like I sort of see the value in doing multiple things. Like I can't just do video editing. I have to do the podcast in order to edit the videos.
Right.
And I don't have money to pay anybody to edit the videos. You know what I mean? So it's like I do this shit. I
I'll
do
just talk
multiple
about
things. 'cause-
How it was manufactured by Hollywood. Like how
right.
that is, you know.
yeah.
It's not because
This
they're just
podcast ain't
working.
ready for Hollywood, though.
Yeah.
We can't be at the Oscars. We can't be at the Golden Globes. We can't be at the Emmys.
Yeah.
Nah.
We can't be at the People's Choice Awards.
We can work our way into the fringes. Like we could do, if we had the special camper, we could be like down the block from the Emmys or something.
That
like
would be
on the
funny.
roof
Yeah, we'd
broadcasting,
have to do
talking
something
shit.
like that.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be something to do. I mean, or
Like
at least
where we could see the red carpet, but we're
I was
technically
say
not
Joan
involved.
Rivers is dead. I'm trying to take that spot.
I'm telling you what, man. We can just
Yep.
keep grinding, man. Get the fucking whole empire up and take over the world
Oh,
from
wait a minute.
the middle of nowhere.
There's James Corden on the red carpet. Wait a minute. Is that Trey X from the Mason and French show?
No, we could set off on the sidewalk across the street with like a fucking card table.
That's what I mean.
Be
Like
"What's
we're
going on?"
doing that on like the roof of the bus down the street, and then James Corden shows up, and Trey X hops off the fucking roof of the bus and goes running off. Like the fuck happened? Trey just unplugged his headphones and ran. Oh shit!
it's
James
Anderson
Corden
Cooper.
must have shown up.
It's Anderson Cooper. It's Anderson Cooper.
Get out of the way. All you hear is chariots of fire playing in the background, and
Oh, what happened?
you
Oh,
see
there
is,
goes
like,
Trey.
you
Jason
just see him
Anderson
running
Cooper.
in slow motion.
Damn.
Yeah, that's it. Trey's running down the fucking street.
Wait a minute. Trey just hijacked the catering van, and
I mean, I'd want to do that shit like real low budget. Like people would have to like, what the fuck are these motherfuckers over here doing? Like, would you like to give us a few words? Like, who are you? Like, I'm the key grip for whatever. Like the the people you never hear about in movies and shit. They just got like the invite. Like, yeah, come fill this room up.
Right, I'm a gaffer.
Yeah.
What? You do what? I'm a
yeah,
gaffer.
I'm working security. You may not see me all the time.
Exactly.
And there goes Trey taking off after Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, all you see. Wait a minute. There he goes.
Motherfucker.
What is going on? Slow motion running, and it'll be the best because by that time we would have cameras set up facing away from the bus.
Have him in flip flops. You can wear with flip flops and you do it.
Trey rocking no flip flops.
I don't do that.
Yeah, but you run funnier when you got flip flops on.
Now he
All
like
you
takes
see
them
is-
off, puts them in his hand, and starts running with the shoes in his hand.
That would be great.
All you see is just Fila sneakers on the red carpet running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back
Feeler.
here.
Where you get them feelers, Trey? He gonna show off. Man, I got these feelers back in the day.
Are you gonna be wearing the rope chain too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
you run him down in a rope chain and a Fila suit, like a Fila
Wait a minute.
jumpsuit with a
Who
rope
in the
chain.
hell is
Anderson, I just had to
Did
come
it
over
come
here and
back in-
introduce myself.
Like, did I know you from '87? You probably did. That's what you would hear. Chariots of Fire is playing, and all you see is me running after him.
And that's how it would go. Once you caught him, you'd be like, "This is it! I finally caught Anderson Cooper
Now cough up that money.
for real." That's gonna take some time. You got to
Yeah.
give it at least a week or two before you start extorting him.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
It's called I'm getting a hold of that credit card. We're going to be like Pretty Woman in a minute.
See, and that's the difference between Trey and I. I think of meeting Emma Watson and just letting her pay for things as we go places. I'm not gonna be like, "Come on, girl, we going down here to the fucking Summit store.
Yeah,
I
I
need a new
Anderson
exhaust."
Cooper and Robin.
You know what I mean? Like, baby needs a new exhaust. Come on down here with me.
Okay.
Come on, Emma, we going to the Summit Racing store.
I mean Anderson Cooper and rob him.
That's like Olivia Wilde's gorgeous, man. But like, I listen to some of the stuff she talks, dude. I'm like, oh my god,
Right.
You're so beautiful, but no.
Vapid. You're so vapid.
It's not. It's just weird opinion.
Oh, she's really weird like
like
that?
fucking like just out there. I'm like, you're out and fuck. You know why? Because she's a really hot chick, so she always gets her way.
Right, because
She
nobody's
doesn't
ever told her.
understand.
Nobody's ever
Yeah.
been like, "Olivia, that's fucking Looney Tunes."
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck's
Yeah,
wrong
it's
with
like
you?
a Kardashian.
Everyone's trying to fuck her.
Right.
You know, it's
Right.
like.
Then again, not everybody's trying to fuck a Kardashian. You don't want one. You don't want a Kardashian these days.
Yeah, but
or
Natalie
ever.
Portman's legit smart.
That's true.
True.
That's
You
true.
know what I mean?
I would definitely take Natalie Portman over any of the Kardashians.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
if Chris Maloney gets divorced, he can call me.
There you go. If he turns gay, hey, Chris Maloney,
I mean-
want to go gay? We got some Trey for you.
I mean, I think he goes both ways. I saw him in Oz.
You seen him in Oz. You seen all of them then.
Been watching since he was on SVU back in the days.
Oh, we talking about Agent? What's his name? The white dude that was in
The white dude that was in the gang recently.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
He was. He was in
Yes.
Fear and Loathing. He was
Yeah,
the
he
guy
was
at
in
the
that.
door.
Listen here,
He was the guy at the gate.
He was the concierge.
He was the concierge at the hotel, fucking
Yeah.
with the cop.
Yeah,
That's the best.
that was fucking.
He's like, "I don't know what was going on here. I just want to get in and out real quick." "Absolutely, sir." Bam. Like, knock that shit out.
And he was like, yeah, send up some tequila and some rum.
I could see exactly what he was saying. That's the best scene.
That was one of the
I
best
have to
scenes,
rewatch
dude.
that one.
God, it's such a good rewatch,
Oh, you
man.
could probably YouTube that one and just get that scene.
Oh, we could
I'm-
bring it up, but
I'm quite
I gotta,
sure you can.
I gotta go ahead and wrap this episode up because I can only do but so much video editing per week, so it is absolutely impacting the levels of time frame that I allow the show to ride for. So we're in the mid 40s at this point, but with that said, we're gonna have to let this episode of the Mason and Friends Show come to an end. I'd like to thank you so very much for listening. I'd like to encourage you to listen to old episodes as well as the new episodes, as well as like, share, subscribe. Don't bogart the show.
Tell everybody.
Please pass the word on. Be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick.
That's the main one.
That really is the main one. Keep grinding on that shit you're trying to get done because that's how things get done. Little bits by little bits.
Invest in your mental wealth and protect your energy.
Right. And don't
Chris
forget,
Maloney, call me.
Chris Maloney, holler at Trey. Emma Watson, holler at your boy. Olivia Wilde, leave Dirty Trucker alone. But Natalie Portman, you are on the acceptable list.
Also, Katy Perry, you're still semi-acceptable.
All right, there we go. But don't forget, we love you very much. You can do it. Keep trying. We believe in you. And peace be with you.
We out of here.